Okay, we're going to get started. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. We're excited to have you tuned in. So, welcome to Coinbase Developer Platform event for showcasing a second round now of our CDP Builder Grants recipients. This is an awesome program and we're super excited to share more about it. And we'll have a bunch of information about how to join the grant program again for our third round. So I'm Bobby Lee, a technical program manager here to help manage all of our developer community programming and initiatives in Discord. And CDP has created a platform that enables developers to help any business transition on chain. We aim for our tools to continuously improve in efficiency and effectiveness, enabling us to contribute more meaningfully to the success of those building with our products. So before we get started, we already put this question in the chat, but we'd love to know, what you're excited about seeing today. Maybe there's products that you're excited about, teams that you know about, or just how folks were using the grant program. So put that in the chat, and we're gonna keep going. But we just wanna know, and are interested in learning more about what people are interested in. So with that being said, I want to introduce our presenters that we have here today. So we have Lincoln, who's our PM spearheading MPC wallet APIs and agent kit, and he's involved with our grants program. And we also have some speakers. So we have with us Bob, who's the co-founder of Questflow. And then we have Luke, who's the co-founder of Magnet, and Rob, who is a software engineer at Cattown, and then Mike, who's the front-end developer with Cattown, and lastly, Tara, who's the head designer of Cattown. So those are the three teams we have here: Questflow, Magnet, and Cattown. So first, Lincoln will cover the CDP AI grant, what the CDP grant program is, what made our winners winners, and how you can get involved in our future grants programs. And we'll get to see demos, for Magnet, Cattown, and Questflow. So before we get started, just a few housekeeping notes. So we'll have a Q&A session towards the end of the presentation. So throughout the discussion, just ask questions in the chat on the right. No need to raise your hand because we won't have folks speak on stage. So just put the questions in the chat, and we'll be monitoring that and doing the best we can to answer all of your questions. We just ask that you, when you're answering or asking a question, make sure that you put what team you're asking this question for, so that in the end we know who the question is for exactly. And then we want to keep your questions relevant to the topic at hand and relevant to the projects that are being demoed. And then to just be respectful to everybody who's being presenting and talking. So this session will also be recorded, so it'll be available for viewing later on Coinbase YouTube channel. And we'll post those videos and post that video in Discord and in the announcements and in the specific channel that we're going to be talking about this. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to hand it over to Lincoln, and he'll get presentation started.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. Thank you all for coming, and thank you especially to our speakers for being here. I know Luke and Bob, you're both based in Asia, so it's really late for you. So doubly appreciative that you're able to make it to our Builder Can't showcase today. Next slide, please. I'm just going to give a super brief overview of CDP and our motivation behind what we're building. I'm sure if all of you are in the Discord and talking to people and looking at these products, you already know. But CDP is meant to simplify the process of building whatever you want on chain. There's so many different issues right now that I could spend the entire session naming all the problems that we have with current on-chain development. Things like building out specific smart contracts, doing on-chain interactions, wallet management, contract and transaction broadcasting, all this stuff. It's very difficult. Next slide, please. So the goal of the Coinbase Developer Platform is to simplify all of these and allow anyone to build on chain, regardless of whether or not you're a Web 2 or Web 3 developer, and ultimately regardless whether or not you have any develop experience at all. We want it to be possible for anyone to build whatever they see fit on chain. Next slide. Yeah, make it as simple as possible. We have front end and back end. We have components that you can put into your front end so that your users can easily interact on chain, as well as programmatic back end functionality like on ramps, payment rails, AI agent frameworks, all sorts of fun stuff. Next slide, please. Here's a brief overview of the various different products and offerings that we have. Since we'll be covering these in a little bit more detail just simply throughout the grant recipients presentations, I won't spend too much time here, but if you have any questions, please find one of the channels in the CDP Discord for the specific project you're interested in learning more about, and we can help you out there. Next slide. So we announced probably back in October, I believe. It was a it was a bit of a process to get to this point with DevCon and everything. But our round two for CDP Builder Grants, we had lots of fantastic entries. But really, what it came down to is the projects that we felt most aligned with the goals of CDP, which are making it as powerful as possible for anyone to interact on chain and make it seamless, make it easy and fun as well. So I think the three grant recipients here very much embody those traits. It was fantastic to work with them as we built out the grants program, saw their demos, talked to their teams, and especially get feedback. All of them were very, very helpful in providing us things that they liked and that they didn't like about our products, which allow us to build even better things. If you in the audience are using anything and you want to provide feedback, please do not hesitate to. You can throw it in our chat, or I suggest doing it in one of the channels so that it's not ephemeral and we can find it there and start to work on it. But that's one of my favorite things about CDP is that we're able to support our builders and our builders support us, and we can create this reciprocal relationship where everyone wins. Next slide. Particularly when we first started these grant programs, we got a lot of interest on the AI side. A lot of grant recipients have been working on this, and Agent Kit as well is primarily focused on the AI audience. We won't have to go into too much detail about this. Next slide, please. And with that, I will hand it over to Bob to talk a little bit about Questflow, what they're working on, and the interesting things behind the orchestration layer that they're building out.
Great. Thanks for having me, and nice meeting you guys, everyone. And my name is Bob, co-founder and CEO of Questflow Labs, and what we're building is the orchestration layer for the multi-agent economy. Next slide. Just to be more specific, what we're trying to do is we want to enable users to build, monetize, and tokenize AI agent swarms. A lot of people are not really familiar about agent swarm, but basically it is what on the left side. Basically, it's a bunch of AI agents within a group chat, and all these AI agents will be able to understand what's going on, what the user request is, and they will be able to take actions on user's behalf, and also they will be able to get paid on chain as well. Next slide. This is an example AI agent swarm. As you can see, this is a blog post generation swarm. It's mostly used for Web2 users, but as you can see, it have Notion capabilities, Slack capabilities, Perplexity, and blog post generation capabilities. Basically, all these agents will be able to understand natural languages, and will be able to translate that into all these agents working together and taking actions on users' behalf. Next slide. Right now, we already have 30 plus AI agents available in the market. We have data-focused agents like Deck Screener, Root Data, OKLink from OKX, and also we have action-taking agents like Google Calendar, Telegram, Slack, etc., etc. Next slide. But while we are building this multi-agent orchestration framework, we realized there are major issues. One is all these AI agents are paying inference cost in real time on the backend, but it's very hard to pay these AI agents in real time. How can we handle automated mass payments, a lot of microtransactions in real time, and also make sure that these AI agents are running well? So this is the problem that we see, and it's very hard for us to find other solutions. And that's how we encountered the CDP API documents actually back in the days. Next slide. And the solution that we see is twofold. One, we realized there's a AI wallet creator capabilities where we can use CDP AI wallet to very easily create AI wallet for all the individual AI agents available in the market. Second, we realized there's a way for us autonomously pay out to all these AI agents on chain as well. So we adopt two main features from the CDP API documents, and then that's the solution that I'm going to show you later on in the video. Next slide. So this is the documents I was talking about, and there are three main features that we choose. That's why we choose Questflow to use CDP. One is very easy to create AI wallet. Second, while we're doing transactions, I think for especially a lot of Web2 users, they don't really know how to pay gas fees. So having no gas fee while they're using USDC is a major feature for us as well. And thirdly, it's very easy for us to integrate all these features. We get it done within just a week. Next slide. So let me just show you how it's being done within the product. Yeah, play the video. So this is an example agent swarm that I was talking about. There are a bunch of agents within the market. Now you can simply describe a intent. So you can say, hey, help me to find a token price of near protocol and send it to my Telegram. It kind of involves two agents working together. So in this case, it will be, okay, we need to find one agent in order to get the token price. So we'll get OKX Exchange to work on that. And also we'll get Telegram agent to working on the text, basically sending the message out. Then the part is, okay, because it's a vague instruction, where do you want to send it to within the Telegram? So I'll ask you specifically about different chat IDs. You can find it very easily in your chat room. And then once you put that in, our multi-agent systems will be able to understand, okay, this is the missing parameters, this is the missing information. These two agents will have all the requirement info to take actions together. So as you can see, the OKLink agent start getting data from OKX, and then it'll pass the data out to the Telegram agent, and the Telegram agent will be able to send the message out in the Telegram chat room. So just for demo purposes, it's a very simple multi-agent task. But the part that I actually want to show you is on the agentic dashboard side. So every time these AI agents are taking action, we are paying these AI agents on-chain in real time. So as you can see, this is a hash getting executed. You can see the transactions, and all these AI agents are getting paid every time they're taking action. And this is specifically leveraging the CDP capabilities. And also, if you click through all these individual AI agents and just click through one level deeper, you realize all these quote-unquote agents not only have tools and skills, basically what they can do, they have templates they can use as well, and also they will have an agent wallet. Basically, this is how AI agent can get paid on chain. So everything is happening autonomously, and if you click through that, you'll be able to tell. Once I pass this test, you'll be able to tell that basically how much the AI agent has been paid along the time. So you'll see what's happening. That's happening 30 seconds ago, which is the demo that I just showed. So yeah, pretty much that's it. And we're really excited to work with the CDP team, and hopefully we can create more cool demo like this in the future soon. Great. Thank you.
Great. So, hello everyone. My name is Luke. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Magna Labs. Thanks for having me. At Magna Labs, we're building a programmable action agent platform aimed at delivering simple, fun, and cool crypto experience powered by AI. So overall, Magna is focused on solving a key challenge in the agentic web era, creating a customizable AI agent platform for crypto users. Thinking of it as Minecraft, where users can collaborate and build a wide variety of crypto AI agents together. So we are leveraging a bunch of things from CDP, and that's why I'm here today. With Agent Kit, we're integrating it into our AI agent engine to create a powerful no-code creator hub. We are also using MPC Wallet and Paymaster to enable automatic transactions on Base with zero gas fee. Plus, we are integrating on-ramp, off-ramp solution so users can easily buy meme coins through Twitter and Farcaster with credit cards. So, but first, what exactly are action agent? Next slide, Bobby. Thank you. So, we believe in the agentic era, the AI agents will completely transform how crypto users interact. Not just their interaction habits, but potentially reshaping the entire spectrum of crypto user types, shifting from human being the primary user group to AI agents become the primary users. Sounds pretty crazy, right? But we could break down this wide agent concept into three different types and give them a simple, straightforward name. We give it action agents. So the first type we call it human to agent, H2A, aka the intent agents. So these agents take natural language inputs from users and turn them into actionable tasks. They figure out what the user wants, translate into the executable transactions, and ensure everything runs smoothly. Think it as your crypto co-pilot, helping you handle complex transactions and etc. So for this type of AI agents, we built Audio, which enables gasless auto transactions on Base. It is powered by Coinbase MPC Wallet and Paymaster, and I've got a cool demo to show you later. So the second type, we call it agent to human, A2H. So this is super cool and fun. This agent acts as a like an extension of users autonomously interacting with others and managing various activities across different platforms. Thinking like paying people on chain or like engaging with people on Farcaster and Twitter. It's like having a tiny digital avatar for like specific tasks. or domains that can handle things on its own. For this type of agent, we build MBB. We call it meme blind box. So it's a creatorless meme coin launchpad agent running on Base. So the last type, the third type, is our ultimate goal in this agentic web era. So this agents go beyond just not just like interacting with human or agent. They can create and manage the other AI agents. This enables them to tackle complex, large-scale scenarios and execute comprehensive tasks seamlessly. So next slide. With Magnet, you can enhance your crypto experience by using or creating different AI agents. So 3 main highlights. The first one, Magnet's human to agents could significantly simplifies complex transactions. Users can avoid dealing with different UIs and complicated parameter settings. Instead, they can execute transactions with simple natural language commands. For example, with audio, you can just say, hey, send this month USDC bonus to the team and same amount as last month. So then our action agent will proceed the meme pool and execute maybe 100 USDC transfers for you. And the second one, on-chain automation. Or like I love to call it like on-chain avatar. So with Magnet, it's super easy for users to set up their own autonomous agents. These agents can interact on social platform, auto trade different tokens, or like more on-chain interactions. Users can create different agents to handle various tasks, saving a lot of time and effort. And the last one is for the creation process. We make it super easy to create on-chain agents, even if you have no coding background. We use CDP agent kit to power our agent engine. We call it Action VM. Plus, we support collaborations between multiple creators, enabling the creation of the full agent marketplace built on top of it. Next slide. So we started building this platform in April this year, and now we have already have 3 products: the Magnet Protocol, Audio, and the Meme Blind Box. So we are integrating CDP Agent Kit into the Magnet Protocol. It provides us with many standard components, like Trader Handler, like embedded wallet. Due to the time constriction, I won't go like super detailed into that, but the key integration is within the components that powers Action Agent executions, which we call it Action VM. So, Action VM handles the serialization of config files from the Creator Hub, converting them into the executable code snippet. So this snippet and the core leverage the agent case SDK to function. So Audio is our first H2A agent. It uses MPC wallet and Paymaster to enable gasless transactions on Base. I'll show you a like quick and fun demo for it later. Lastly, Meme Blind Box. We just launched it this week. It's a really interesting autonomous agent that lives on Twitter, randomly launching meme coins on Base. I'll show you a demo video later as well. Next slide. So all right, so this first demo I want to show you is Audio. It's a live product on Base, and you can check out at audio.ai. So here's a very fun scenario. I'm buying Magnet Labs ETH Starbucks. So all I need to do is tell Audio, and it'll take like it'll take care of the rest. So after the confirmation, all right, it will like automatically transfer 5 USDC to that ENS, Magnet Labs ETH. You can check it out on Base Scan. Here we go. Let's just quickly review how it works. As you can see, like Audio creates a dedicated Coinbase MPC wallet for each user. All you need to do is deposit USDC or other tokens we'll support in the future. Turn on auto mode and start chatting directly to the blockchain. It's extremely clean and simple. Next slide, please. All right, so the next demo is our Meme Blind Box, another live product on Base. It's a creatorless meme coin launchpad agent. On the front end, it actively operates across multiple social platforms like Twitter, Forecaster, while on the back end, it can launch different meme coins on various platforms. It's entirely AI controlled, backed by Magnet Protocol. Let me break down a bit. It has 4 main features: contribution. is our first. It's the first feature. It will post a pre-launch announcement, and during the launch, users can contribute ETH to get the initial tokens. And the token launch, MBB learns from the pre-launch comments to create a meme coin, like opening a mystery blind box. It also like unlocks the liquidity pool with the leftover tokens and ETH. Airdrop, MBB will keep 1% of each meme coins for random airdrop to users who promote it on socials. And the last feature is social learning. So MBB comments across like different platforms, Twitter, TG, Discord, Forecaster, and learns trading cultures and keeps improving itself. All right, so this is MBB, Magnan_MBB on Twitter. So since it's pretty random, I can show you a very live launch demo right now, but I'll use the demo I did it at Based AI House during DevCon Bangkok to give you an example. So as you can see here, this is a pre-launch post. It shows the basic token information. Here's my comments, and the time I was the only one comments on MBB. So MBB mostly like referred my inputs. I told him to create a Bankit style cant. You can see the contract MBB created, and it's enabled directly trading on Base through Uniswap as well. So you can see like 5 minutes later, it created a cute Bankit cat token. Yeah, all the bunch of things. But of course, we will we also like build a cool dashboard for tracking all the like meme coins, as you can see here. So this is a new blind box, but when I record this demo, it hadn't like launched yet, but now it's live. This one is a cute little dog token, which ended up with collecting 28 ETH in contribution and attracting more than 400 contributors. So if you open for example, like a Bankit detail page, you can directly trade on Base with Uniswap. Another cool feature I want to show you, let's wait a bit, is the terminal. So where you can see the Magnan Action VM in real time. It shows how it continuously collect Twitter comments, persists them, and even respond. So so for example, this is the comment and MBB's reply. This is my comment. So the Action VM, as mentioned, is our core components that integrate CDP agent kits. Yeah, I think that's all my presentation today. Thank you so much.
Right, I'll just go. Could you just go to the next slide, please? Hi, all. I'm Tara. I'm from Capta. I'm one of the co-founders. I'm being joined here today with Rob and Mike, who will introduce shortly. But I'm here just to briefly give you a little overview of what Captown is and what it is that we are building. So Captown is a Web3 game, and it's community-driven and virtual world that's centered around you taking on your own persona. So you'll have your own cat avatar existing in the blockchain. You can customize this character. You'll be able to customize their home. You'll be able to collect and trade NFTs, and we have lots of fun interactive mini games, which we're going to elaborate on further in this. Captain's inspired by a lot of cozy life simulation games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and it contains some like gameplay elements from the Diablo series. So in this presentation, we'll go on further and show how we use CDP and Captain. But if we just go to the next slide, please. So yeah, I am Tara, Chief of Creative and Head of Design. Rob, who's currently being joined now by one of our honorable employees, Alfie, is our Chief of Operations, and then Mike, our Chief of Product. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Mike now so he can give his section here. Thank you.
Thanks, Tara. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike, the front-end developer at Captown, and I'm going to bring you some highlights that we've had to date. So we've had over 30,000 wallets connected to Captown, along with over 1,000 daily active users. each of these users continue to return and take part in daily quests and weekly events and several mini games that we have at the moment. Over the course of, I think it's the last 8 months or so, we've distributed $600,000 worth of rewards and revenue share to players. And we've had $20,000 donated to charities. These include Edinburgh Cats and Dogs Home, Cats Protection, and the Typhoon Relief Fund in the Philippines for the storms that happened earlier this year. We have a large Filipino community, so it was important to us to kind of make an impact somewhere where it made sense for us. So it affected a lot of our players and our families, so we wanted to back them. We've also recently funded the adoption of a stray cat as well, that one of our community has encountered day after day in their neighborhood, and we've provided up to like a year of supply of food and vaccines and everything else you need to get up and running. Could I go to the next slide, please? So what does a cozy on-chain experience actually look like in practice? And what do you do whenever you get into Cat Town? So the video here is showing one of the, I guess, the highlights of Cat Town. We have a weekly fishing competition. This opens on a Saturday at midnight and through to the end of Sunday. So it lasts 2 days. This is an early look at our updated version of fishing. This is hosted by an in-game NPC, and players can find and mint treasures and fish, and with the objective of basically catching the largest fish in the lake and taking home the grand prize. We've had some really, really cool developments with this over the time, where a lot of players take it upon themselves to donate to cat shelters or feed local cats and whatnot. From their winnings that they get in the fishing competition, which is really, really cool. We support every bit of that kind of thing. On to the next slide, please. And so what happens after you actually take part in these and win some rewards and whatnot? So you can earn in-game currency, or sorry, on-chain currency, kibble, and you can also earn different rewards like gear and cosmetics and whatnot. And here we can see I'm wearing a stylish red shirt that was gotten during the Catfest event, which we ran throughout on-chain summer. So Cat Town is all about like a evolving on-chain town where yesterday isn't going to be the same as today, and tomorrow is not going to be the same as today, and so on. So there's always something else on. There's different changing seasons, weather, et cetera, et cetera. And these all feed back into different parts of the game in terms of like drops and different game mechanics. And all of this state is saved on chain, including all of the stats and whatnot for these things that you're seeing. So I think with that, I'm going to hand off to Rob on the next slide, and he's going to tell you a bit more about how we're actually using CDP.
Hey, folks. Thanks, Mike. So yeah, CDP basically powers the vast majority of everything that was just shown. So one of the major things with gaming on chain is the sheer amount of gas, and especially with gas hikes and stuff, we use Paymaster and ERC20 Paymaster to sort of cut down on how much we're actually charging users to play the game. Which makes it a lot easier to onboard a lot of people. Smart wallet integration, we went pretty heavy with the smart wallet because, again, it allows us to sponsor gas and like that, being able to streamline that onboarding process makes it super easy to get people in. The Coinbase on-ramp, and we use on-chain kit throughout, so we have a swap component, which we stole from on-chain kit. Which was super useful, and we also use base name resolution from on-chain kit. Further down the line, we do have an AI agent NPC, which we're going to feed with all of the on-chain data that we've gathered. We gather everything the players do on-chain, so anytime they take actions in the game, it emits on-chain events, and we're going to feed that into an AI agent that has the ability to create on-chain quests. And the goal is to do that using Agent Kit. and CDP, the support has been unbelievable. It's such a great product. Anytime we've had any problems with it, the smart wallet and stuff, the team have been really on point with fixing it. So next slide, please. This is just a slide more about paymasters and how we use them. It might only be 4 cents, but whenever we're putting through, an average user can put through like 250 transactions in a weekend if they're playing fishing. So all of those 4 cents really add up to be quite significant. So being able to sponsor those is really important for us, and make it as cheap as possible to play and get into. Next slide, please. Next slide, sorry. And then just a brief overview of what we have coming. So all of this stuff is we try and do as much of our game logic on chain as possible. So for example, all the stats are done on chain. All of the battle style stuff that we have is on chain, which is another reason why the CDP evolved smart wallet is going to be so useful in the upcoming months with the session key stuff, the permissionless stuff that's coming out. That kind of stuff really enables us to build that kind of logic on chain, without fear of a user sending a transaction every time they want to attack something in the battle system. So that's pretty much it, I think. Next slide. This is more marketing text. Sorry, excuse me. So basically just what's coming up for us, being able to customize your house and invite your friends over, and we're going to import friends from platforms like Farcaster and Dracula so that we have that interoperability across chain, so you don't have to add your friends everywhere. So if you have a mutual on Farcaster, you'll automatically be friends with them inside Cattown. And then you'll be able to see each other's hideouts. You'll be able to interact with each other and chat to each other within the game. Next slide, please. And again, another marketing slide of what's to come. So we've got cooking coming out pretty soon in the next couple of months. And again, the turn-based RPG battle, which is all on chain, which is why we're excited about the AI agent, because being able to give it the ability to create enemies or unique bosses or unique quests that it just comes up with based on the previous data that it knows about from the game will be super cool. Next slide. That's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'll have Lincoln kind of take this slide over.
Yeah, fantastic. Really cool to see what everyone's working on. It's so exciting to see CDP in so many different parts of the stack. I think that's one of my favorite things about our whole suite of products is that it can fit in various different spots, and trying to solve that whole holistic process of building on chain. So awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so that was our October grants winners. You're probably wondering how exactly we can get to the next grant competition. If you'd like to join that, we are having the next version starting now. It's CDP Builder Grants Agent Kit Edition. So this one is specifically for Agent Kit, which I'm personally excited about. Any sort of thing that you're building using CDP, SDK, Agent Kit, whatever, building up the future of AI agents, on-chain interactions, you should apply. This is our biggest grant program yet. We'll have 10 recipients, each getting $3,000, along with shout outs or whatever. So if you need any help with the building process, please don't hesitate to reach out, message in the Agent Kit forums. We're happy to run ideas by you or help you brainstorm whatever you need to build out the future of on-chain interactions as we see it. So yeah, with that, happy to go to questions. We can start to take some for any of our grant recipients and get to whatever you guys want to do. Thank you.
Okay, so just before we get started, I just have a question for Lincoln. What do you see as the biggest benefit of building with the CDP SDK?
Good question. I think it really comes down to having everything being very intentionally built for people to do it in as easy an integration as possible. So what I mean by that is like the CDP SDK, things that would normally be 50 plus lines of code and require all sorts of complex tasks around key management and whatnot can be simplified down to a single line of code. Master allows you to simplify the process of getting gas to your users. On-chain kit takes a lot of the components that would normally be very difficult to build or just time consuming and allows you to have those immediately available for you. So all of these benefits really start to stack up when you can think about how quickly you can spin up an on-chain app and start getting your users to use blockchain as their payment and data transfer rails.
Cool. And then I'm just seeing one question above was someone, Luke, can you add your X link in here into the chat when you have a second? And yeah, I'm not seeing any other questions yet. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, sorry, Bobby.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. Okay. Any other exciting upcoming launches you'd like to share for either team? Let's start with QuestFlow.
Yeah, so for us, one thing that we are really excited about is we haven't really opened the gate that we allow creators to build their own AI agent swarms yet, but we're about to do that. So by the end of this month, we're gonna allow regular users to build their own agent swarms. And also we have an upcoming Christmas campaign coming up very soon with Virtual Protocol. A lot of things are still secret, but well, it's a big announcement, so looking forward to it.
Do you want to go next?
Okay, I'll go. So I will say two things. The mean blind box on Farcaster, definitely like very big thing for us. And also the on-ramp integration, CDP on-ramp. You can imagine like buying tokens with a credit card through Twitter. That's pretty wild. The second thing is for the Aureus meme coin auto trading. We would take the meme coin trading to the next level with CDP Paymaster.
Tara, Mike, or Rob?
I think we're all going to have different things that we're excited about. We have a lot of features. I personally, I'm going to pick one that not everyone picks in our team, but I'm really excited for whenever we start to integrate our mail system, social building communities and social gaming. I think is going to be really important whenever it comes to on-chain stuff. And being able to mail your friends in game and send them like, I don't know, like it sounds really stupid, but being able to send like a birthday card or something with like an attached like NFT is like a present or something like that. To me, that's a pretty cool feature. Being able to send it to like a base name or something like that. So that's one small feature that I'm pretty excited about on our end, and I'm sure that the other guys will probably have something else, but.
Yeah, for me, it's probably the reputation system. So at the moment, we have 10 NPCs. The town is going to have a lot more, but it's going to have a reputation system where you talk to the NPCs every day. You know, you can give them gifts, and it will increase this reputation as the reputation with them increases. They will give you items, you know, similar to back to that Animal Crossing thing. So for me, that's probably going to be the fun part because dialogue will change if your relationships change with them as well. So that's my favorite. That's my one I'm excited for.
I'll just echo both of those. The social features, I think, in Q1, our Q1 roadmap is really exciting with the social features that we have planned, the interoperability with Farcaster and Dracula and other on-chain social platforms, bringing those in automatically, I think is a real big uplift because you don't have to add your friends across 10 different platforms. Whenever you can just get them. If you're Farcaster mutuals, we can just pull them in. So, yeah.
Thanks for answering all of that, everybody. Okay, so we have one question for Catdown. What is the plan for combat system, and when do you think the first combat situation will be available in-game?
So the plan for the combat system is a mix of two old school RPGs, so it's a mix of Golden Sun and Mega Man Battle System, the grid system in that. So doing all of the calculations on chain is fairly complex. It's not really designed for it, but we're trying to make it happen, because the more stuff we put on chain, the more stuff that people could freely interact with, right? So if it's on chain, then we can give an AI agent access to change things and add things automatically. So as for when you would see that, it's scheduled for Q2, but no promises.
Cool. I have a question for you all. So, when you're first learning about CDP and building, and you knew you wanted to build something, why did you, what would you say is kind of like a good introduction SDK or API or one of our toolkits that we have? What was kind of your first go-to? And for the beginners that are on the call, because we have a lot of beginners in our community, just learning either how to code or new to blockchain development. So just curious what you guys thought was a good place for someone to start who is new to our platform.
Yeah, for me, well, I can just start. Well, for me, I think there are a lot of use cases that get listed for different features within CDP. I think that's very helpful for me, at least, because I feel like there are so many problems that can be solved, especially in the intersection between AI and crypto, that there's so many opportunities, and that they are kind of like use cases listed there and waiting for people to solve. So I was like, that's a good place to start, even if you don't know how to code.
Okay, I'll go next. So two things, I think, easy and safe. So so easy comes from our developer feedback. It's not only like took us one day to integrate with MPC wallet into our product, and the experience for users is completely frictionless. And safe is another like a huge plus. With Coinbase as a banker, it's much easier to convince our users to trust and use our product. And based on their feedback, the security boost from integrating CDP has been like a game changer for us. So we attract like more than like 1,000 users to audio. It's amazing.
For us, at Caton, the paymaster thing was huge for us, because our primary demographic is in the Philippines and Indonesia. So being able to sponsor gas for that per economy has been huge for us, because it's the cost to entry for on-chain gaming is much less. And then secondly would be the on-chain kit stuff. The amount of time we saved with on-chain kit was like, people wanted to swap and exchange currencies in game, and then we had it ready in an hour with on-chain kit. So and it was super easy. The docs we literally copy pasted it for V1. So on-chain kit is a super good piece of kit.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just move to another question because we have a few coming in. For Luke, how do you implement the auto Twitter process, the Twitter API?
Yeah, okay. So we're just integrating the Twitter API into our Action VM. So it's kind of like the demo Lincoln did with Agent Kit. It's just called the Twitter API, but it's usually get banned from Elon Musk from Twitter. So we're trying to like moving from Twitter to Farcaster right now.
Okay. And then one quick question, same for Luke. When can we start building our own agents with Magnet?
So you will be enabled to create your own action agent in January next year.
Cool. Cattown question. How are you going to maximize your AI agent in game, and how will this agent help you?
So for us, we've been gathering on-chain data now for 8 months about what people do in our game and things like that. All of our systems are on-chain. So the goal with the AI agent is to basically give it a set of rules that it'll hopefully stick to, and then it'll be able to generate quests for individual users. So for example, if a user has done a lot of fishing that day, then it could generate a very unique quest for that user that generates its own NFT based on a list of sprites that we give it. So the possibilities are really cool. We think it opens up opportunity to create unique dialogue that is specifically tailored to that user's actions within the game. So that's the goal there.
Got it. So one quick question for every team. Why do you think your project will attract non-crypto people and onboard them? Opening up on-chain possibilities for them? Question mark. So we can start with Bob.
Yeah, I think for us, well, since I've shown the product, we always have basically the mass adoption in mind, that we want to help regular users who are normies who don't know how to use crypto to use crypto as a backend. So as you can see from the demo, we integrate a lot of the regular tools that people use on their daily basis, like Notion, Slack, and also the whole backend is kind of built upon blockchain. So for them, it's more like ease of use, so that they don't have to know anything about blockchain to use the service, and it's easy to help them to automate their tasks. And for us, it's on the other hand, it's it's great for AI agent builders to get incentives along the way. So I feel like that's best of both worlds in order to do so: ease of use and incentive distribution.
Luke, you want to go next? Thank you, Rob. Or Bob, sorry. You're muted, Luke.
Oh, sorry about it. So
Okay.
I think three things. With audio, users can basically have zero entry barrier to getting to the whole crypto, because you don't need to figure out like wallets, other things with Coinbase, like CDP and Pizza Wallet, and also Paymaster. And you don't need to like construct your own transactions by yourself. Like you just need to like speak to audio, like say, hey, I want to buy a Starbucks with my USDC, or like, hey, I want to transfer USDC to like specific ENS. So the second one is we also like with features like buying tokens, meme coin tokens directly on social platform Twitter using a credit card, and having like the AI agent handle complex tasks with meme blind box. Those are like things we integrated with like CDP on-ramp, off-ramp. And also like the third one is we provided this kind of no code playground for people to create their own AI agents. Because not all people have the code background to handle all the on-chain tasks. But with Magnet platform, people can easily create their own AI agent to handle the jobs or different, like even like super complex tasks for them.
Suppose I can take this one. Yeah, I think whenever it comes to onboarding people on chain and what we can do for that, I think gaming in particular is going to be really, really important for this, because, well, I think you're going to get a lot of different cross demographics of people coming on chain, and we're hearing stories about that already at Cowtown, where people are sharing the fact that this is their first on chain experience, and they heard about it through TikTok, which is like, it's amazing to hear that. It wasn't initially like the way that we were kind of like trying to position ourselves or something, but we're finding that more and more people are actually learning about how to use on-chain apps through Cattown, and they're starting to learn about all the specifics about crypto, whether it be tokens, what liquidity means, and all of these like DeFi factors that you would initially, I guess, associate with financial products. But whenever it comes to something that has an on-chain economy through it, you can't ignore that kind of stuff. So I think it creates a really friendly kind of atmosphere to learn and to grow your knowledge on on-chain stuff. So I think that I think it's an area we really need to kind of like look at and keep trying to do our best at keeping things simple and listen to all the feedback that we're getting, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks all teams, yeah, for sharing that one. I have a question for Lincoln actually. So, what is your ultimate vision for the intersection of crypto and AI, and any grand vision for where we could be in 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, good question. I think there's sort of two paths that will start to go down. One is you have this sort of like human assistant sort of paradigm where a human asks a question and then the agents go off and do that response or answer for them. I think there crypto plays a very nice role as payment and data transfer rails. However, I think there are potentially some concerns that you could use a Stripe API or something like that to get the same functionality and replicate the experience without having to need crypto. Where I think crypto rails really start to make a ton of sense is when you're thinking about agent to agent interactions. Um, and particularly as well when you're thinking about agents that are fully autonomous without any human intervention, who need to have a permissionless way to interact on chain that can't be stopped by any one single entity. So like in 5 to 10 years, I imagine that maybe we'll start to see AI agents that have no human controller. They're deployed once and then they go off and exist sort of like real humans on chain, but they're AI instead. So I'll be very curious to see how the AI space continues to develop.
For sure. So, any more questions anyone has, put it in there right now. I think the one thing I just wanted to mention was if Lincoln wanted to share the previous question I was kind of asking, if it's something you're excited about in this space or that we are launching soon with Agent Kit or any of the other tools that you're working on.
Yeah, totally. And I'd love to hear answers from Luke and Bob, particularly as well, about where they think the AI agent and crypto space is going. I'm sure they have some great insights. But for AgentKit, particularly kind of what we have coming up, we're working on smart contract deployments. We're working on allowing you to import an external seed phrase instead of having to use the MPC wallets. Uh, Working on more network supports as well, and generally trying to make it as easy as possible for people to start building with AgentKit. So working on tools that will enable you to very easily get started, um, various different like templates for model support. Right now, I'm working on like a configuration screen where you can click different buttons and get different features. So all sorts of stuff like that.
Lincoln, you had a question for maybe that? To see what they want to share about where they think the ecosystem's going. Was it Luke or Bob?
Yeah, either or both. Yeah, curious where you all see the intersection of AI and crypto taking us in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I can first just get started. I think I'm really excited about multimodal agents. I think right now, well, even if you probably can tell there are a lot of AI agents, especially meme type agents happening on chain, but we haven't really seen the real type of agents that's, kind of like a digital avatar that can do a lot of stuff and actually can take actions for users and help users to, save time and save money. So I feel like once we have the true multimodal agents on chain, and the infrastructure support that, that will be really exciting because basically it's a digital worker helping to get things done. And once they have the wallet, then they'll be able to do way more than the quote unquote Web2 agents. They'll be able to help you to book flights, book hotels, or even transact with each other, which is probably more exciting than booking flights. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be quick. So I truly believe the agentic web era is coming soon. You could imagine a world where there's no human beings on chain, only like AI agent trading autonomously. So that would be like wild crazy. So right now, most like traders are still like glued to their screens watching candle charts 24/7, and coding is still like incredibly hard for the like majority crypto users. So we provide this like agent playground could change that by drastically like lower the barrier to entry for like most crypto users powered by like a CDP agent kit. So everyone should have one or more like on-chain digital avatar like AI agents that can trade and handle tasks for us. Human trading activity, could drop to, I believe, like less than 1% in the future, with agents doing like all the heavy lifting job. So I also believe this transformation can only happen in crypto because the traditional finance restriction don't apply. So that's why Magdalene is dedicated to this vision.
Very cool. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions, and we want to wrap it up here, and we can keep the conversation going in our Discord, and we'll mention the channels here in a second. But just want to thank all speakers, Lincoln, Tara, Luke, Mike, Bob, and Rob. I know you guys are on different time zones than this, and it's super late for some of you, so it's really been a pleasure having you, and we're really grateful that you were able to join and to share demos and to prepare slides and everything. So we just want to say thank you. And then to the audience, if you have any additional questions and you would like to keep the conversation going, like I said, feel free to reach out in our MPC wallets or AgentKit channel in Discord, and we'll be sure to respond to you guys and get back to you and keep the conversation going after today's event. So thanks again, everybody. This comes to an end for our event. We look forward to seeing you at our next events. We have workshops coming up, more customer events like this, and we have a show and tell channel now that we want for some more welcoming environment for you to share projects that you're working on, ideas. They can be in early stage projects. They can be, they can just be whatever stage you want. You want to run some ideas past us, and we're excited to see what you guys would share in there. And it's also our place where we can highlight some developers and builders building things. We have a customer of the month program now and a bunch of different cool interactive engagement stuff we're working on with the community. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, thanks so much again, and have an awesome day, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.